Welcome to Bremer Farms. We are one of the 3,354 dairy farms in the state of Minnesota. I'm Janet Bremer, and I'd like to tell you about our family-owned and operated dairy farm. We're located in Hastings, Minnesota, which is just 20 minutes from downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. Bremer Farms was purchased in 1952 by Roy and Karen Bremer, who are my husband's parents. At that time, Bremer Farms consisted of 200 acres and only 3 milk cows. Today, Bremer Farms is owned and operated by John's parents and my husband John and I. We now own 270 acres and milk 130 Holstein milking cows. Sarah and Michael, our children, also live and work on the farm, and Sarah, Michael, and I also work off of the farm. We're all very proud to care for our land and animals to produce safe, healthy dairy foods for you. Let me show you around. Come on. We have several barns that house our animals. As they mature, they progress from one barn to the next. This, where we are now, is a solar building which houses our youngest calves. Each calf lives in their own pen for the first 3 months. As you can see, each calf has 2 pails at the front of their pen. One is used for warm milk that they receive every morning and every night, and the other is for ground feed. After they're done with their milk, we wash out that pail and refill it with lots and lots of fresh water for them to drink. Female calves are called Heifers, and they are raised, and when they're old enough, they'll become members of our milking herd. Now, we also raise bull calves, and we sell those to other area farmers, and also steers, which we raise to be sold for beef. We milk our cows at 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. every day, 7 days a week, even holidays. The cows wait in a holding pen until a door opens to our milking parlor, at which time 8 cows are let in at a time. And then they file into this side, into the stalls, where their udders and teats are sanitized and dried before the milking machines are put on. At that time, another 8 cows come into the other side, and they also get sanitized and cleaned. It takes about 5 minutes to milk each cow, and after the first 8 are finished, a door opens at the opposite end of the parlor, and out they go. Only 15 more rotations, and we're done. A cow can produce about 90 cups of milk each day. Now, when the milk leaves the cow, it's a warm 101 degrees. Sanitized pipelines carry the milk straight from the cow and the milking machine to our bulk tank. Now, this bulk tank holds about 1,000 gallons, and the milk is cooled to 40 degrees. Our milk is picked up by a truck every other day and delivered to a local milk plant. The milk is never touched by human hands through the entire process, and our milk is in your grocery store within 2 days of leaving our farm. Our farm consists of 270 acres. Each year, before spring planting begins, we determine how much of each crop to plant. The decision is based on what we need for our herd, the weather conditions, and how much, if any, feed we have left from the previous season. Because we have so few acres, we feed everything we grow to our animals. The bulk of our acreage, about 110 acres, is planted into corn. Some is planted and later picked to feed as corn mixed with other grains. The stalks are then baled and used as bedding. Now, the remaining corn is chopped in the fall for silage to feed to the cows. Nearly 60 acres of our cropland is planted into grains, primarily oats. The oat kernel is fed, while the plant stalk is baled for bedding, called straw. Finally, about 100 acres of our cropland is Elfelfa Hay. We feed a lot of hay since every animal on our farm is treated to hay each and every day. Hay must be cut and dried before it can be made into bales. If we baled wet hay, it would mold, and we only serve our animals top quality feed so that we can produce top quality dairy foods for your family and mine. Hay can also be blown into a feed wagon to be fed immediately to the cows. Now, 2/3 of our cropland is irrigated land. You can see the irrigator behind me. This allows us to be assured of a good crop even if we don't receive adequate rainfall. Since we have to pay for the electricity to run our irrigation, we pray that Mother Nature will provide the rain that we need. We live and work on our farm, so it's important to us to protect the land, water, and air for our family, our animals, our community, and for future generations too. We follow federal, state, and local regulations to preserve our environment. We're also passionate about the health and safety of our animals so that we can continue providing our family and your family with quality dairy foods to enjoy. I invite you to visit my blog, My Barnyard View, and follow me on Twitter and Pinterest so that you may continue to learn how milk gets from our farm to your table. I'm always sharing news, moos, and reviews of life in our barnyard. I'm glad I got this chance to show you around Bremer Farms, but now this dairy mom has chores to do.